Joe Sumner, welcome to Halifax.
Nice to meet you, man. How are you?
Thanks for being here. What do you think?
So far, 5 minutes in, it's beautiful. We're at this formerly condemned ancient structure, and it looks beautiful. It's going to be a great place for a gig.
It's a stunning venue for a gig. Have you been to West Yorkshire before?
I've been to Leeds before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, not far away.
Yeah, not far.
You live in the States now?
Live in the States, live in Los Angeles and California.
How much time do you spend here?
I spend, once a year, I'll come here and see my mum, or whenever there's a gig, but not much anymore.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time here.
When did you first start singing, and how high risk was it, for obvious reasons?
Well, I think I was 15, and I'd just gone from being a very anti-music person. I was video games only. And then suddenly Nirvana came out, and by the end of hearing Smells Like Teen Spirit, I was in a band.
Whoa.
And it didn't feel high risk at all, because it was just that I wanted to be Kurt Cobain. I wanted to do that thing.
And it was all about you doing your thing.
It was all about me being part of that scene. It just really spoke to me. I think there was an emotional aspect that really just said, okay, this feels genuine and authentic.
What was your first band?
It was a school band called Australian Nightmare, which then became Santa's Boyfriend, which then became Fiction Plane, which was actually my grown-up serious band. Yeah,
that's as band names go, two very bad band names.
Thank you.
But Fiction Plane was cool.
Yes.
And that was for about, on and off for 15 years? Did you do that?
Yeah, a long time, 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was in that with you?
I had a guy from school, Dan Brown, played bass, and then Seaton Daunt, who's now a prolific writer, who's living basically next to Glastonbury. He was on guitar, and Pete Wilhoit was on drums.
And what happened?
Given who I am in my position, we would get opportunities that were based on my connections, which I didn't enjoy, because I was like, I want to be earning this stuff on my own. I want someone to like my music and then support it, rather than give me a leg up to somewhere. So it ended up being the band would get those leg ups, and I would be annoyed by it, but the band would be happy with it.
Yeah.
So I just, at a certain point, I decided I'd have to do this on my own, in order that I can be the one who, it's my fault if it's bad, it's my fault if it's good, and if we make it, great.
You don't shy away from who you are, do you?
I tend to, actually. But
do you?
But
you're a very proud son. I'm
a very proud son, but I've definitely tried to hide away in my life a lot. You can ask any of my friends or people I've known for several years, and then they're like, wait, who are you? But I'm definitely at a stage of life where I'm like, you know what? Sod it. I'm just going to kind of wrestle the dragon head on.
Yeah. And you're referring to upcoming solo music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upcoming solo music that will be judged with my name on it.
Yeah.
September 22nd. Sunshine in the Night is coming out.
Exciting.
Yes.
Has your dad heard it?
He has heard it.
What's he think?
He loves it.
Does he?
That's what he says.
Yeah.
I'm a lot taller than him though, so you never know.
Did you go to him for advice along the way for this particular project?
No, not really. I just take inspiration from what he does, which is he does his own thing. It makes brave decisions. He does listen to people, but he ultimately knows that it's, as the artist, it's on you.
Yeah. And
you have to stand up and have people throw tomatoes at you, and just take it and say, well, you'll figure this out in 5 years that it was great. So that's the kind of direct advice is a little tricky, because the world is different now.
For obvious reasons, your voices are kind of similar.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sing with a high voice. There's a structural thing that just, when I belt out, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, which is an amazing thing.
There could be worse things, for sure. There could be worse things. It's a little tricky when I'm trying to differentiate or make my own path. But yeah, I'll take it.
All right. Well, the last thing on that subject. What about you? Must be friends. I'm guessing you're friends with other people in your position, kids of famous singers.
Yeah, not so much. A little. I know a few people, and I've hung out with Danny Harrison.
Yeah.
who is an absolutely lovely guy and really just such a good bloke.
Yeah.
But not a lot of them, because I'm kind of, as I say, I do shy away from that side of it. So I kind of, I've definitely been like, no, that's not me. I don't know you. I'm not part of that kind of scene.
And you haven't always pursued music. I mean, it's always been there, but you have done other stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, I tried to be the tech billionaire thing. Didn't work out.
Look, for those that don't know, it was a really neat idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm proud of the idea. It was it was making all the concert footage from cell phones synchronized automatically, multi-camera shoot from 1,000 angles. I thought it was brilliant, but we made it work. Like, it technically worked, but then the business side of it's so crazy. And then I found myself, we had an office and everything. I just found myself going upstairs and playing guitar and being like, oh yeah, I've got to like impress the investors or something. I'm like, God, sod it, I'm gonna.
And what about the football?
I love football. I'm a Newcastle United fan, and it's been a good season for us, although somewhat controversial.
Did you get to any games?
Not in the last few years.
No, I guess not. No.
Yeah, we were on actually last year. This year we've been on tour the entire time.
How many dates have you done this year so far?
I think we've done 50, and we've got another 60 or 70 to go.
Wow, that's a proper tour schedule.
Yeah, it's proper. Yeah, my wife and kids are, they're suffering.
The reason I asked about the football is because you had a venture into football in the States, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a go at trying to start a team there, because I thought we could do it in a really cool grassroots way. But turns out, no, it's really hard.
Yeah, it's a good way to lose a lot of money.
It's a good way. Yeah, well, somebody explained to me that it would be a good way to make a lot of money, but actually it's kind of a rich man's game for doing tax breaks and weird stuff. So that's not me. Whatever you think about me and whatever your preconceptions are, I'm not that kind of guy.
I think the perception of you is that you're a really nice guy. That's what people say.
Who are they?
They're out there. Hey, so you're sort of going out as Joe Sumner. This is, are you nervous? It's a big deal.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous to look back on it after the tour is over, because I'll be like, what did I actually achieve, and what impression did I leave? But each night going out on stage, it feels very natural to me.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm fine. Totally fine with that. But you know what makes me really nervous is hearing interviews that I did.
What did I say?
So everything that I said will be like, oh no, not that.
Look, tell me about the new stuff then.
So I completed this album. It's been in the can for a little while. It's called Sunshine in the Night. I went in the studio with Tom Sorowski, who's a great producer, worked with Incubus and Prophets of Rage and a bunch of people like that. And I said, it's going to be me, acoustic guitar, and my voice, and that's it. And within about 3 days, we had every instrument known to man, all over every single track. So it's a sort of huge cinematic. It's meant to be listened to in one piece, but it's 11 songs, but they all kind of blend together. And it's coming out on September 22nd.
So that's quite old school as a kind of long player.
Yeah, a little bit proggy. Not in sound, but just in approach. There's some themes, there's some musical themes that go through the whole piece.
How easy do you find writing?
Depends. I think a lot of people will say this. When it happens, it just happens. I like to have. I find if I sing a song a lot, I really take on the emotions that are inside it. So I spend a lot of my time making sure that I really believe in it, feel it. I had a song called Two Sisters, which was kind of a hit many years ago, and it was about being a philanderer and a cheater and just a horrible guy. And I would sing it every night, and I would sing it every night, and eventually I started feeling like that person, and that emotional resonance was sort of inside me, and it made me feel very hollow. So I'm conscious of like, am I going to feel like a good person? Am I going to feel like an integrated, happy guy if I sing this song 1,000 times?
That's deep.
Yeah, it is deep. It kind of, you can become it. I can't remember who the singer is. The guy who sang Me and Miss Jones. Yeah, Miss Jones. Oh. Great singer. He was in a documentary, and these guys wrote the songs for him, and they talk about what the meaning of it is. And he talked about how he wrote the songs and what the inspiration was, but he didn't write the songs. He just sang it so much that he really became it. Yeah. So that feels important.
Where do you write?
I like to write in the woods.
Yeah.
I like to go take a guitar, go for a long walk, and under some trees, wherever it is.
So romantic.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and you know, bring a little recording device and just let loose. I tend to get like 3 or 4 songs written in a day like that.
Was it hard to choose which 11 were going to go on the record?
In the end, no, not really. It just, the 11 just stood out. And it's a lot of themes of, I'm a father, I've got children and a beautiful wife, and it's really, the whole thing is a celebration of that. So nearly all the songs really fit well with that, so it was kind of easy.
And 50 dates into this tour then?
Yes.
How are those songs feeling?
Feeling great.
Are they?
Feeling better every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes I go back and I'm like, oh, it should have been different. But the good thing about I'm playing on my own, I can change it as we speak. So there's like 10 minutes in the middle of my set where I'm kind of making it up.
Really?
Yeah. I've got the few songs that are just in the can.
Okay.
They do what they do, and then it's sort of, yeah, maybe they're going to change a bit. They might be a little shorter or longer, change the lyric here, change a chord.
So you're reading the audience?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Are you a natural born performer?
I think so. When I was, well, people who know me will tell me this, I'm extremely shy in most contexts. So the fact that we're sitting here having an interview makes it so I can talk a bit more. But I'm not really a good talker. But on stage, I feel very natural and comfortable and fine. And all my confident friends are like, how do you do that? I'm like, how do you get up and talk at a wedding or something? This feels natural to me. I'm
going to ask a question now, and if someone asked me, I don't think I'd have a definitive answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What is the best advice your 17 times Grammy-winning dad has ever given you?
That's the best advice. I don't think he's ever given me any really good advice. I think more than a piece of advice, I've learned from watching him do his thing.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That's as example. It's better than advice because I shouldn't tell you, but there are some bad pieces of advice that he gave me.
Like what?
Like, yeah, no, don't listen to Pink Floyd. I'm like, I listened to it for a while. I listened to him and I said, oh, I'm not going to listen to Pink Floyd. And then eventually I was like, wait a minute, you're wrong. So, but it's more like he takes artistic risks. He tries new things. He reinvents himself. He doesn't worry about taking stick. And he just lets the art stand for itself. And that's all really... That would be the advice I take.
Yes, if it's not advice, it's an observation that you can follow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Exciting. Yeah?
Yeah. I'm excited.
You're sort of half showing that you're excited.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Yeah.
You'll see. If you stick around for the show, I get very excited.
Will he be side of stage for you, or are you past all of that now?
No, he comes out there, especially if it's going well.
Yeah.
He'll come out there and be like, it's one of those nights. We had a great night in Cardiff the other night where the crowd was just on one, and I was feeling it. I was just like,
were you?
Yeah. I got to do a bit of. I was playing frisbee with the other support band before, and we just, we like got a bit rough and tumble, and I was kind of ready to rock.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll come out for that when he feels something special happening.
I really sense that. I don't think you'll say that you do have a confidence, but I'm feeling like you are really comfortable with what you've put together with the new music, and that you're enjoying sharing it.
Yeah, 100%. Loving it.
Is this the moment, do you think?
This is the moment, come on. I'm right and just everyone else has to agree with me.
Well, I think, you're at a point where you can be confident that you can express yourself now, knowing that you've got experience, you've got life experience.
For sure.
You know what you're doing, you know your way around a stage.
Yeah, those things are all true.
Takes a while to get to that point.
Yeah, it does. I think I've really found actually after being on this tour for a while, I'm writing on the road as well, so I'm playing new songs during the sets, and I'm like,
this is all sounding quite kamikaze at times.
Yeah, no, it's for sure seat of the pants stuff. I'm not very good at planning. I kind of just have to do it.
But you're going out in front of 5,000 people. Is that the right environment to be trying out new stuff?
It's the only one that works for me.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
like you have to boil the oil to get it all working and lubed up and make it work.
Do you get a proper adrenaline rush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It transforms my decision making from extremely slow to well, you got to do it now.
How are you when you come off stage?
As long as it's gone well, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a great show tonight.
Thanks a lot, man.
So excited to see you live.
Cheers. Yes. You're sticking around?
Of course.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
All right. You can do a post-mortem.
All right. Okay. See you back here.
I noticed that bit where you were making it up. Yeah, I could really tell.
Yeah, maybe stick to the script.
Yes. Excellent.
Cheers, Joe.
All right.